Modo de solo escucha.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's workshop, which is going to cover one of our most popular tools, which is the Best Time to Tweet report. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, you can tweet us at SocialBro, or you can email me personally after the webinar at hannah@socialbro.com. We also have a user guide which covers everything that I'm going to speak about today, and you can find that at the URL that's shown on the screen at the moment. So the best time to tweet report basically calculates at which time you will have the highest percentage of followers online, and therefore you'll have the largest reach from receiving retweets, replies, and favorites. And depending on which pro plan you are using, SocialBro will calculate this based on your top X amount of followers. So, for example, Premium and Premium Plus users will have their report based on their top 500 followers. So that means your followers with the most followers. Professional users will have theirs based on their top 1,000 followers, and business users will be 5,000. So this tool is really useful for number one, expanding your reach, number two, making sure your tweets are targeted at the right people, and number three, converting followers into leads. So if I go over to my dashboard now, and where you have your toolbar, you have the option to select best time to tweet from here. And if you choose to do this, this will generate your report for your top followers in general, as I described just now. So that's going to be your default report. Or you have the option, which is more useful, to create a custom best time to tweet report. So you could do this using the different filters that SocialBro provides, such as influence, level of activity on Twitter, country, etc. You could use a tag that you might have created in the past. You could use a list you've created, etc. So this really allows you to specify who you want the report to be aimed at. So it makes it useful so you're targeting the right people. So, for example, if I want to know when I have the largest amount of influential followers online, if I want to expand my reach, I could do that. If I wanted to target just my male or female followers, just my followers in Spain, then I can create a custom best time to tweet report based on just these Twitter users. So to do this, you could either select followers from the global stats panel and then filter within them, or you could use one of your widgets. So, for example, you might want to know when your new followers are online. You might want to, as I said just now, your influential followers, target them, famous followers, etc. So you could then select, for example, influential followers to display all of these users' profiles on your screen. And then down here in the bottom navigation bar, you can select the best time to tweet report, and that will be calculated on this group of followers. If you wanted to apply your own filters to your followers, you can go back to the dashboard and select followers from the global stats panel. So here you have all of your followers, and then you can filter within them to choose the ones you want to aim your report at. So you've got the option, other than the filters, you could also use a tag. So here in your tags menu, you could select any of these tags you've created in the past, and then, as I just showed before, select best time to tweet report from down here. And then say, for example, you've assigned a tag to all of your customers, you could target your customers with this report, or, for example, your important followers, blogists, etc. So to filter within within your followers in general, if you select filters and then decide who you want to target, let me just close that. So, for example, if I want to target my influential followers, I could set the influence score to, say, maybe 800. these people, if they're influential, they have more potential to expand your reach. So if they retweet your tweets, a lot of people are going to see them, and then you can gain more followers, more leads, etc. If I want to target also, as well as influential, my active followers, so these people are more likely to retweet you, you could set that you want them to tweet at least, say for example, 4 times a day, and you can say that you want them to tweet regularly, so within the last, say, 15 days. You also have the advanced search option, so you can look for a specific word or location. So for example, if I want to target my followers that have marketing in their bio, I could type marketing into the bio option and click search. So now I have these 240 followers, and I can create my best time to tweet report based on these. So from the bottom navigation bar, I'll select best time to tweet report, and then choose a title, something that you're going to remember if you're making a lot of reports. So I could say influential followers marketing. You can add a logo if you want to, and here is where you can choose your time zone as well, and click create. I don't know what it's doing. So if you want to access the reports you've created, if I go back to the dashboard, and you can go via the toolbar, if you select best time to tweet, this is a list of all the reports that I have created, so you can look at them there, and then you can pick which one and just select view report. So say I want to look at this one, for example. And I'll just quickly talk you through what you can actually find on the report and how you can use it. So at the top of the screen, you have a summary here telling you when is your best time to tweet in the next 24 hours and during this week. So my best time during this week is Wednesday at 5. So then I could therefore think, oh, that's when I'm going to tweet a link to my blog post or something. Here you have what your followers have been talking about and sharing links about, which really helps when you want to engage with your followers in a personalised way. If we look at, this is your main best time to tweet chart, and the black circle indicates your best time to tweet, and you can hold your cursor over any of the circles to see which percentage of followers you have online at a specific time. Apart from the black circles, the red ones, the darker and the bigger the circles are, the more followers you have online at that time. And then the next few charts break down the information for you. So you have your online followers by hour, and again you can hold your cursor on any of the points to see that displayed for you. Then you have by day of the week. So for example, I can see that Sunday and Saturday I don't have as many followers as I do on the weekdays, so I could choose not to tweet as much at the weekends. Your potential exposure, here you have by hour and by week, is calculated by the possibility of users who are not following you seeing your posts. So for example, when people retweet what you've written, what you've posted, other people are going to see that on their timelines. And then below this you have the tag clouds, which are again showing you what's important to your followers, and it's a way to help engage with them. And then the bigger the tag cloud is, the more people have tweeted that word. So that was how to create your best time to tweet report, a custom one and default. So you can then use this information to post tweets manually, so you know which day and which time you should be tweeting, or you could use one of our really good integrations with Buffer App and Hootsuite, which make it a lot easier, and they really save you a lot of time. So firstly, I'll talk about how to use Hootsuite, and this is really useful if you know the tweets you want to send out. So for example, if I know I want to tweet about a blog post I've written, an event that I'm going to, we're holding a promotion, so I want to send all these tweets, rather than remembering to keep tweeting at specific times of the day, you can use Hootsuite to schedule these in advance. So I can schedule them all now, meaning that I don't have to worry about being too busy or forgetting to tweet at the correct times. So from this chart, if you select Export Hootsuite Schedule, and then here you select the days of the week you want to send your tweets. So, for example, my charts showed me that Saturday and Sunday won't be as effective, so I can take those out like that. And then you can select your tweets per day and the minimum interval. Now you don't want to overload followers with too many tweets. If you tweet too much, it can lose you followers. So for example, I might say I want to tweet 4 times a day, sorry. And then you can choose your minimum interval as well. So we'd recommend not doing it any less than an hour in between tweets. So like I said, you don't want to tweet too often. And then in these boxes, you can write the tweets you want to send. So for example, if I want to tweet about this page of our user guide, I could choose the title to be part of the tweet. So I'm just going to copy and paste the title in here, and then I might want to put the link as well, like that, and then select add tweet, and then you can add as many more as you want to. So I'm just going to write tweet 2 and tweet 3. And then changing the minimum interval here will change the times that you can see displayed under each tweet, like this. So let's say I want to wait 2.5 hours between each one. Now, when you've written all your tweets out and everything's fine, then you can select export from here, and that's going to export it to CSV, sorry. And then when it's generated, if you click to open, it will download into your downloads folder. And then you've got to go into Hootsuite. Now, where you would normally compose a message, up here, if you select scheduling, bulk message uploader, and then choose the file from your computer. So it's in my downloads, like this. And then choose which Twitter account you want it to apply to. So I'm going to choose the Social Bro one and click submit. Now all of this is in our user guide as well, just in case you didn't get any of that. And then cancel that. And then when you then have Hootsuite, you can go to your scheduled tweets, and here I can see what times and dates they're going to be posted, and you can see them from here. So that was Hootsuite. And now I'm going to talk about BufferApp, which is completely different from Hootsuite in that, let me just go back to the dashboard. With Hootsuite, you typed out your tweets that you wanted to send, but BufferApp, it's a bit different. So when you're looking around the web and you find posts, articles, anything like that, any content really that you want to tweet about, rather than just tweeting it as you see it, and so then you'll have big bursts of tweets sometimes, you can use BufferApp to essentially buffer your tweets, and it puts them all in a queue and posts them at your optimum times. So once you've signed up for BufferApp, and you've downloaded the extension, which puts this button here in your browser, you can select configure buffer schedule from your best time to tweet report graph. And then the first time you do this, it's going to ask you to allow access to your account. Just select allow access. And then here, as you did with Hootsuite, select the days, the number of tweets per day. So I want 4. Again, minimum interval, you can change it to 2. And you've got your optimum tweet schedule here. So if you click Save Settings, and then if you go into Buffer, if you select Schedule, you can see your times and the weekdays down here. So for example, now if I'm looking on the web and say I want to tweet about this page of our user guide, I could select the Buffer Wrap button, and rather than sharing it now, I can click Buffer. And then I can carry on doing that with as many more articles and web pages and content as I find. And then if you go back into Buffer Wrap, then I can see it here that it's scheduled. And then obviously the more you have, you'll have the list of them here. So essentially both of these tools are really easy to use. And like I said, in the user guide, you can see how to do those again and see the steps. But I think for now that just about covers everything. I hope you found that helpful. If you need any help with anything as well, you can send me an email and I'll be happy to help out and answer your questions. Next week, we're going to be holding our Getting Started with Social Bro webinar again, which covers like all the basics and tools and learning your way around the dashboard. So for those of you that might have missed it in the past, we'll be holding that. And then on the 8th of May, we're doing another workshop, which is Insights in Social Bro, so talking about the stats and the insights report and creating a custom report. So thank you very much for attending, and I might see you at one of the next ones. Bye.